Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday the 19th of August, which means yesterday it was Sunday the 18th and it was Classic Community Day and the return of Beldum as a Community Day Pokemon. Really happy to see Beldum get a Classic Community Day because it's a super useful Pokemon. Definitely one of the best Steel types in the game. Metagross, its final evolved form, getting that Meteor Mash special move as well, which you can only get when evolving it during special events or on Community Days. Really happy to get this. If you haven't managed to evolve one during the Community Day, don't worry, you'll probably be able to get the Meteor Mash move during the December Community Day, where we get a repeat of what's happened over the year on a double Community Day in December. So it lasts both Saturday and Sunday, so keep an eye out for that in the next couple of months. But let's have a quick look and see how we managed to get on in Beldum Classic Community Day. So being that it was yesterday, we'll type in Beldum and age 0 to 1. And as you can see, if we go on to the Shinies, we had 24 Shinies in the day. So really good, not too bad at all. But hopefully we managed to get a few more. In fact, we did manage to get a few more because that is not including the 5 that we evolved. So 24 as Beldum, 5 that we evolved as Metagross. We managed to get 29 in the day. What was our best shiny of the day? Probably sat up here somewhere. This one, in fact, is probably our best shiny of the day, the 96 IV, 14, 15. Unfortunately, so close to a Hundo, so close to that Shundo, but really just missing out there. And sadly, with it not having attack, it is going to lose quite a few of its CP and quite a bit of its meta relevance, but still it's going to be a really nice mega when it does finally get released, and I'm probably going to be maxing out this one, being that it's the best shiny one I've got. But how did we get on in terms of anything else? Was there any Hundos in our Community Day yesterday? Let's have a quick look and see if we managed to get any. We did manage to get 2 Hundos from the Classic Community Day, so not too bad at all. Really looking forward to maxing these out when that Mega Metagross comes out. Now, Mega Metagross still hasn't been released in the game yet. It's probably going to get released in a couple of months' time. Probably a similar sort of scenario with Lucario, where it'll probably get a raid day. Probably a 6-hour raid day as well, if Niantic are going to get more people buying passes and therefore generate more money from it, like they did with Lucario. Probably will be a 6-hour raid day, but we'll see and get that confirmed in the next couple of months, hopefully when it gets released. But unfortunately, Mega Metagross, although it's probably going to be very similar to its Shadow Metagross counterpart, it's not going to be number 1 in the rankings for Steel type. That is going to be still Duskmane Necrozma, so the fusion between Solgaleo and Necrozma will remain as number 1 Steel type, even with Mega Metagross released in the game. But still, you can only have a few of those fusion Necrozmas because not everybody has 6 Cosmog to make a squad. So a decent squad would be 1 Mega Metagross, because obviously you can only Mega Evolve 1 Pokemon at any one time. So 1 Mega Metagross, hopefully a Hundo as well. So 1 of these, for instance, as a Mega. Then a couple of Shadow Metagross as the 2nd and 3rd place. And then hopefully 2, if not 3, Solgaleo and Necrozma fusions for the Duskmane fusion. That would be a really good Steel type that would take some beating, and you'll be able to do a lot of damage with that sort of team in raids. So hopefully you managed to get loads of shinies yesterday, 29 for me. Hopefully you managed to get a few more than that if you did do the full 3 hours. It was really good to see a useful Pokemon back on Community Day. So let me know in the comments below how you managed to get on with Classic Community Day. How many shiny Beldum did you get? Did you manage to get any Hundos? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.